Good afternoon, all of you. Well, in this session, I just wanted to give introduction towards the fuzzy logic and its basic applications. What is a fuzzy logic and what are its applications? Okay, so fuzzy logic is basically done by using mathematics. That means it is normally done with a logic. So, what kind of a logic is normally used in developing the fuzzy logic for a systems? It is normally done with a probabilistic sense of mathematics. Okay, so that means probability, the root of probability is definitely going to be mathematics. So therefore we should know what is mathematics and how mathematics is used in the real time world. So it is Albert Einstein has given one definition of the mathematics. Mathematics that refers to reality, that means what, real time world is not certain. That means the real time world is basically not certain. It is always going to change continuously. And mathematics is normally going to refer to such real time world, which is totally uncertain. And mathematics that is certain does not refer to reality. That means the mathematics is always going to give you a value. Mathematics should always going to give you a precise value, an exact value, whereas the real time world is always going to change its values. That means the mathematics that is certain does not really refer to the reality. That means mathematics is directly not proportional to the reality, but approximately the value that is given by mathematician or mathematics is approximately equal to the real time value. So that is what one of the definition of mathematics. Another scientist called Max Planck has given another definition of mathematics. Mathematicians are going to construct some theory in terms of the perfect objects. Something like theorems. They normally go with theorems. They normally develop the functions, mathematical functions, that is called known as theorems. So they develop certain theorems based on the perfect objects. And the experimental, after mathematics, experimental is going to observe the objects of which the properties demanded by theory are and can, in the very nature of measurement, be approximately true. That means this theorem is going to be, whatever theorem that is proposed by a mathematician is going to be approximately true when it is really applied to the real time world. That is what that means. Almost all same definition has been given by Albert Einstein and Max Planck. And one more definition of mathematics is given, and which is been you know correlated with the fuzzy logic by Bart Casco, and he has given that as what makes society turn is a science. That means the society always going to expect the advancements, always going to expect the advancements. That means he always wants the automation of the processes. So automation means what? Basically done by using science. So that means here engineer is going to bring a bridge, is normally going to act like a bridge between the science and the society. Okay, that means what here, the what makes society turn is going to be definitely science, and language of science is going to be mathematics. So we have to solve the problems by using mathematics, which are normally going to come across in real time. And the structure of mathematics is basically a logic. So we need to have certain logic to implement whenever we wanted to go with mathematics. And the bedrock of logic is going to be Aristotle, which is going to be always going to change, which is not going to be constant all the time. And what goes out is normally going to go with a name called fuzzy logic. Okay, that means here the logic, what it refers to, is always going to change. Therefore we need to have a fuzzy logic to, in order to address the things which are changing continuously. That means here we normally deal with the uncertain things. So that means obviously a probabilistic sense. We always going to think the real time values of data as the uncertain values of data. That means whenever we want to refer some uncertainty, we always deal with the probabilistic sense. Because what is probability? Probability is always going to deal with the uncertain events. Therefore, this fuzzy logic is also going to deal with the uncertain values. Means what? Fuzzy logic is also going to implement the probabilistic properties, probabilistic sense of understanding the operations of the real-time world is what called basically a fuzzy logic. Okay. So that is why the term we normally going to introduce here is going to be called as uncertainty. So uncertainty, what is the reason of uncertainty? Uncertainty is basically produced when the lack of information exists. That means we could not say something about some action, something about some activities. It is only due to lack of the information that we have. If we got full information about everything, then we can able to really give a clear cut idea on what the system is. If you don't have an idea about a system, that means what? You will be uncertain about its outputs or outcomes. So therefore uncertainty is normally produced due to the lack of information. And next problem we're going to have is going to be called as a complexity. So complexity also involves the degree of uncertainty. So when you have many number of uncertain values, and the result is going to come based on many such uncertain values, then definitely the system is going to be a complex system. And the operations that has to be performed by a system is going to be a complex operation, definitely, due to the uncertainty. See, for example, when you think about a system called an amplifier is always going to produce the certain results. That means the system is going to be totally a stable system. So that means here there is no complexity as far as the output is concerned, or as far as output is concerned in the amplifier. But there are systems where the output is going to be totally uncertain. So for such systems, if at all you want to produce some useful results, okay, to the end user, which are all more close to certainty, then definitely that system is going to be a complex system for us. Therefore, two things are very much involved in the case of fuzzy logic, which is going to be uncertainty, and next one is going to be the complexity. So one should able to identify about the differences between uncertainty and the complexity. So uncertainty is due to the lack of information, is known as uncertainty obviously, and complexity is normally going to involve the degree of uncertainty. More the uncertainty, more is going to be the complexity involved in the system. So that means here we are normally going to have we normally going to use huge amounts of data in the case of the fuzzy logic. So because why we are going to use huge amounts of data in fuzzy logic? Because we are always going to deal with the uncertain data, huge amounts of uncertain data, and definitely huge complexity involved in the processing of such uncertain data. If the input data is certain, the system is going to be certain. If the system is certain, output is always going to be certain. But the problem here is the input is uncertain, then definitely the system is going to become complex, and output is also going to be almost all uncertain. So from the uncertain results, we should reach to the certainty. There we normally going to use a fuzzy logic. So it is possible to have a great deal of data, and at the same time lack of information is also going to be there with us to come to a land up at the results. In order to give the results, what is so important is that you should have a data with you. If you got lack of data with you, then you normally end up with the wrong results. Now therefore the two challenges are going to be here is going to be utilization of great deal of data, and lack of meaningful information, availability of lack of meaningful information. These two are the things which we normally going to use continuously in the fuzzy logic. Therefore, three things are normally involved here. One is that which is going to be called as uncertainty, complexity, and next one is going to be it is possible to have a great deal of data, and and at the same time lack of information. Now here, time lack of information. What is the meaning of time lack of information? The information at a given time is not available. That is what time lack of information. Okay. So now in such situations, a system has to process the uncertain data. So great deal of data means what? Facts collected from observations and measurements. So from measurements, we get so much of data, and from observations also we get so much of data. Different people will observe different values and they'll give different results. And experiments done many times is going to give you different results. So that means thereby all this data is pertained to a single experiment. Say for example, when you're performing an experiment called as VA characteristics of P injection diode. Now you get so much of data from the same experiment. Now all these different values of data are pertain to only one experiment. That means we are normally going to deal with a great deal of data. Now in that case, in the P injection diode, the values are totally certain. Whereas here, the values are going to be uncertain. And at the same time, what is another problem we're going to have is, we're going to have same time lack of information. That means meaningful interpretation and correlation of data that allows one to make decisions is lacking here. That means meaningful interpretation of data is lacking. So if the meaningful interpretation of data is lacking, obviously you cannot correlate the data what we have with the real-time decisions. So there makes the system so complex, and there we introduce a logic known as fuzzy logic. Okay, so fuzzy logic is normally dealt for the systems which contains data where we require useful information, and systems known as databases, and which normally going to give us intelligent information. The data is given to intelligent information systems. So normally this database, knowledge of database normally used for AI systems, artificial intelligence systems. Okay, that means fuzzy logic is going to be a complex logic used for uncertain values, which always going to produce uncertain results. Now, what do you mean by knowledge for the fuzzy logic? The knowledge is nothing but definitely information for us, and information at a higher level of abstraction. Information at a higher level of abstraction is known as knowledge for us. Okay, so that means a human being should be in a position to get the value from the fuzzy logic, which is understandable, which is known as higher level of abstraction. Okay, or information, higher level of information is known as knowledge for us. And here, three problems can be solved by using fuzzy logic, which makes decisions, management, and predictions. So these three are the major important things which we normally going to deal with: the decision, management, and prediction. Now, the solutions are normally going to produce faster access to more information and of increased aid in analysis. That means faster access to more information has to be there. And if the data, meaningful data is not available, you should be in a position to make some analysis, aid in the analysis to reach to the final solutions under uncertain data. So this is what the fuzzy logic, which is a complex logic. Understanding, utilizing information available. So you should understand and utilize the information available. Means what? There is some information which is necessary to solve a particular problem, but still the data is missing. That means you have to utilize the data, whatever that is available to us. And we should try to get into an understanding of the data to produce the certain results. So that is what called, understanding and utilizing the information that is available. Information which is not available, but it is required for a present context, has to be analyzed by the system with the aid of the system analysis complex methods to produce the data. So that is what that we're going to have. And after we produce, we should manage with the information that is not available. So here we have to manage with the information that is not available to produce the certain results, from the uncertain data. Okay, so these are all the certain things which we're going to have. And in this process, definitely the fuzzy logics are going to implement large amount of information with large amount of uncertainty, leads to the complexity. So it always deals with the large amounts of information with large amounts of uncertainty. That means The system doesn't know which is the correct value, which is the wrong value among many values that it is going to take as the input. Therefore, the system is going to be a complex system definitely. Now, next is awareness of knowledge and complexity always goes together. So here the awareness of knowledge, that means what we know and what we don't know is what called awareness of knowledge, and complexity always goes together in the fuzzy logic. Usually driving a car is a complex task, not easy task in comparison with driving a bicycle. Then driving a car in a iced road is more complex. That means what here fuzzy logic is something like driving a car in a iced road. That means there is a whole lot of ice and you want to drive a car on the icebergs. Now it is definitely going to become more complex. Since more knowledge is needed for driving a car in a iced road. So this is what the basic complexity is compared with the car driving in iced road. Okay. So fuzzy logic is normally going to provide a systematic basis for representation of uncertainty, imprecision, vagueness, and incompleteness. See here, when you give the uncertain values to a probabilistic system, the probabilistic system is always going to give a result either yes or no after it is going to process. But whereas in the case of fuzzy logic, based on the amount of uncertainty, based on the amount of imprecision, based on the amount of vagueness of the data, based on the incompleteness of the data, it is going to give us many values in between yes or no. That is what the fuzzy logic. And in between yes or no, whatever value it is going to give, it is going to give those values on a systematic basis. On a systematic basis. That means what? It is always going to be a predetermined program on a systematic basis. Based on that, it is going to give us the results. Okay, by comparing uncertainty, imprecision, vagueness, or incompleteness of the data which is available. Okay, then so many things which really comes into picture as far as uncertainty is concerned. So uncertainty means what? Many possibilities, that means many confusions, many ambiguities of the data which is going to be there. So people say uncertain information. What is the meaning of uncertain information? Information for which it is not possible to determine whether it is true or false. From the given information, you could not really decide about which is true and which is false. The example is a person is possibly 30 years old. By seeing a person, you say that a person is possibly 30 years old. He may not be 30 years old. He may be less than, he may be more than the 30 years old. That means what? Just by seeing the person, sometimes you cannot really say the age of the person. It is not 100% true value. He may be around 45. He may be around 50. All right. He may be around 20. Some guys at the age of 20 only looks like 30. That means what? It is totally uncertain information. So these kind of possibilities will be given to the system like a fuzzy logic system. Then imprecise informations will be given to the fuzzy logic. What is imprecise? Information which is not available as precise as it should be. That means the value, the correct value is not given to the system, but we are going to expect the correct results. That is what the imprecise information. That means a person is around 30 years old. That is also going to be imprecise information. If you give information like a person is of exactly 30 years old, it is a perfect information. But we give a imperfect information called imprecise information. Vague information, information which is inherently vague. Vague means what? No clear idea. A person I say is young. How can I say a person is young? I cannot say a person is young just by seeing into the person. Without knowing the age, I cannot say whether this person is young or not young person. So that means it is a vague information. The next one is inconsistent information. What is inconsistent? Any information which contains two or more assertions that cannot be true at the same time. That means at a single point of time, we give more number of values and all of them cannot be true at the same time. That is what called inconsistent information. So two assertions are given, say something like Ali is 16 and Ali is older than 20. So these two are really contradicting each other, and they are not really, from these two, you cannot speak about the age of Ali. Ali is older than 20 means what? Ali age is definitely more than 20. Ali is 16, which is less than 20, obviously. So therefore, you cannot really make out the age of the Ali by with these two statements. So therefore, the data given to us is totally inconsistent information. So when I give such an information, I should be in a position to give the output using the fuzzy logic. So all these are the informations which we can give to the fuzzy logic. The next one is incomplete information. Incomplete means what? Data is missing. When data is missing, then we say that information is going to be an incomplete information. So for example, you are giving the information of VA characteristics, forward bias VA characteristic P junction diode. In that, you have not given the values of breakdown voltages or breakdown currents. So therefore, the information is missing. Since the breakdown value is missing, you really don't know where from which value you have to start increasing the current flowing through the PN junction diode, where the information is simply missing. So information for which data is missing or data is partially unavailable, data is not available, data is partially available, all it's going to be the conditions of incomplete data. So a person's age is not known, or a person is between 25 and 32 years of old. So it is totally incomplete information. So I really cannot figure out the age of a person with this data. And next thing is going to be combination of all the above possibilities of uncertainty, imprecise values, vague information, inconsistent information, incomplete information. When you put together everything, it's going to be a combination of all various types of the informations that we can give it to the fuzzy logic. Example is what? Possibly young, possibly around 30, possibly between 30 and 52. So all these are the combination of all these informations which we can give it to the fuzzy logic. That means more or less what we can just simply think about a fuzzy logic, which it is normally going to, you know, process. It is normally intended to process, keeping in view of all these various concepts. Especially one is going to be uncertainty, complexity, and credibility. That means credibility means what? Relevance. when you when you deal when you deal with uncertain data by using a complex system, it should produce some relevant data. It should not produce unrelevant data, which is going to be useful to the system. Then only the output which is given by the fuzzy logic is going to be a useful data for us. So therefore, the fuzzy logic is always going to deal with three basic operations. For basic operations to deal with uncertainty, operation to deal with complexity, and credibility. So all these three are going to be interdependent on each other like this. That means complexity is dependent on uncertainty. Imagine if there is no uncertainty in the given data, obviously there won't be any complexity in the system functionality. If there is the uncertainty in the data, then definitely the complexity of the system is going to increase. So if uncertainty decreases, then the relevance is going to increase. If uncertainty increases, relevance is always going to decrease. Now you should have a perfect match between these two. So these three are the very important functionalities. So basic functionality of a fuzzy logic is normally going to deal to address these three important functions. Okay. So that means what? A fuzzy logic, we understand that it is always going to take uncertain data, and the system is normally going to perform complex data, and using that complex data we normally going to do the activities in the fuzzy logic. Okay. So with this, uh, so this is what introduction to the fuzzy logic. In the next sessions we continue with the fuzzy logic basic things. And what are the basic applications of fuzzy logic? Where we normally going to use the fuzzy logic? Fuzzy logic is normally going to used in the medicine, because the doctors will unable to judge when unable to judge the disease of a patient, when he is going to have multiple problems. Nowadays, the patients are getting more than one problem simultaneously. So when he gets more than one problem simultaneously, what kind of medicine has to be given to him, what kind of disease it is, we really don't know. So that is what medicine. So what is what medicine? And next one is database management systems are the two basic applications, are the two basic applications of the, fuzzy logic, right? So with this, we stop our session today with the basics of fuzzy logic and applications of the fuzzy logic. Okay. Thank you very much for the today's session.